Well, hello there, Aquarius. Welcome into Tropical Tarot. My name is Chris. I'm going to be doing your reading today. If you're new, welcome in. Thank you so much for giving me a shot. I really appreciate it. If you're a returning Tropical Tarot person, welcome back. I really appreciate you. This is a reading for Aquarius. It's going to be for the second week in April. And that is the 11th through the 17th. So we're going to focus on your past, your present, and your future energy and see where we go for you, Aquarius. So we're ready to go. Let's do this. All right. In the past, you have a fork in the road. Current situation, you have mending. And in the future, you have Treasure Island. For the tarot, in the past, you have the World, Four of Swords, the Star. Current situation, the Ace of Swords, Page of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. In the future, you have the Three of Wands, the Lovers, and the Tower. Let's see what that's about. Overall energy for the reading is the Eight of Pentacles. So, Aquarius, you're probably just putting your nose to the grindstone and working on a project. Something that you have to accomplish for sure. So in the past, you have the World. The World is endings and new beginnings. This lady on this card is totally naked, but she's an adult, right? So it gives you, this card represents that basically she's completed a cycle and that she's new and sort of reborn again to start a new cycle. And then you have the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is about rest and kind of figuring out, just taking some time for yourself. And the Star is about healing. Four of Swords and the Star are sort of the same energy. So I feel like in the past you had a lot of healing. Something ended, something began. And it was kind of like a healing process for you. And I think you had to choose healing in the past. You had to choose this path. Because in the past you had a fork in the road. So sometime before the 11th, there was a choice that you needed to make regarding a situation. And I think that you chose the healing path for sure. Then we get into the 11th through the 17th. So that's this middle row here. You started off with the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is like big truth that occurs to you. Truth, clarity, vision. I feel like this is like a start over of a relationship. Let me clarify the Ace of Swords in your current situation. Ooh, I just saw the Devil. Let's clarify the Ace of Swords in the current position for Aquarius, please. Ten of Swords, Ace of Cups, Queen of Swords. Okay. So, I feel like I'm just gonna say it. I feel like you reached the end of the road in a love relationship in this middle week. I think that also in the previous week, I think that when I talked about the World and how cycles were ending and cycles were beginning, I think that you might have ended a relationship, which led to healing. This middle row, the 11th through the 17th, is also that same type of energy. The truth that occurred to you was that you felt awful in regards to love. You feel like somebody stabbed you, somebody did something really bad to you. Because you had the Ten of Swords, and that's about as done as you can possibly get. This Ten of Swords is a really tough card, right? I mean, literally just stabbed in the back with 10 swords. So I feel like for whoever this is for, whichever Aquarius this is for, I feel like you had a relationship that just was not serving you anymore. It was done. It was completely done. You realized in the past that you needed to start over and that you really needed to go towards healing. I think that was the fork in the road that you had to pick. It's like, do I continue down this same path where I get the exact same thing all the time? Or am I going to go in a different path and try to fix myself and heal myself? So the 11th through the 17th, it's the big truth that occurs to you is that this relationship, this thing that you were in, it's definitely a relationship. You felt stabbed in the back. You felt absolutely just awful in regards to love. And now you're going to be a lot more clear about what you want, what you'll settle for, what you won't settle for. And in the middle here, so anytime I do a big reading like this, Aquarius, the middle card's always you, and you're showing up as the Page of Swords. So I feel like within this week, Page of Swords is sometimes about text communication. So you could have text communication with this other person in regards to sort of, I know that you have mending over here, but I feel like it's like completing it. You know, it's like sort of, I'm trying to think about an analogy. So say you have a job, right? And the job's done, but there's still, say you just walked out one day and you were like, hey, okay, job's done. I'm out of here. Peace. That doesn't really like complete it, right? So like you'll still have people from work like reaching out to you saying like, hey, like what happened? Why did you leave? Yada, yada, yada. So I feel like this middle row, these top two rows really are about you cleaning this up, cleaning this thing up. I don't think that you're going to go back to it, but you do have the Lovers down here beyond the 17th. So we'll get into that. But you could have some text communication in regards to fixing this thing or sort of completing it, making it like a done thing so you can close the book, close the chapter, and move on to a new chapter. Page of Swords too, if it's not electronic communication about your stability, it could be I just feel like you could have a little bit of an immature energy at this time if it's not text communication. So then you have the Nine of Pentacles over here. I think that you're coming to understand that you're all that you need, right? That you've created a lot for yourself and that you're everything that you need as far as stability. This lady is in a garden, and in the traditional tarot deck, the main one that everybody uses, she has a falcon on her arm. And the reason that she has a falcon on her arm is because she's achieved a level of stability where she's able to play with falcons, right? Back in the day, they didn't have, like a live bird for you to play with unless you were pretty stable. So I feel like you've come into your own. This week is about you coming into your own and kind of buttoning things up from the past. I think you're going to be much more clear with whoever this was that really hurt you. When you get beyond the 17th, so anytime after that, you have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is about, Two of Wands is about thinking about what you want as far as manifestation. The Three of Wands is sort of looking out into the universe and saying, well, where is it? Where is that thing that I wanted so much? Where is the love that I wanted so much? I'm going to clarify the Lovers. Do I want to do that or do the Tower? I'm going to do the Tower. So you end your reading with the Tower, which is just a big blow-up moment. The Tower is, when things are built too rigidly, they blow up. So maybe you had a relationship with somebody that was just a little too stagnant and it had to blow up, but I want to get clarification on the Tower. Clarification on the Tower for Aquarius. What's up? Four of Swords, Seven of Swords. I feel like you want to move on from this. I feel like you want to move on from this relationship. That you're really like just looking to the world and saying, okay, well, where is my real love? That's the way I read this. So like looking for it, like where is it? Where is this true love that I really, really wanted? And I feel like, okay, if you left a relationship and you have any inclining that you want to go back to it after the 17th, I don't think it's going to work out. There's going to be some blow up moment with this person where you're going to understand that they're doing something behind your back. This is the Seven of Swords. I hate this card. This is the card of lying, cheating, stealing. So I feel like you're going to get reinvested into this thing that you walked away from, this thing that was so painful. I feel like you're gonna, even though you understand your own stability here in the week of April 2nd, it's like you're just determined that this will be different, that it won't be that way this time, that it won't, and I see that it will. I see that you're looking for true love, but what really comes along is this big blow up moment that you're gonna recognize that this other person that's with you in this relationship is doing things behind your back. And you could be married to them. Which is not great. You do have this Treasure Island card down here, which is about discovering treasure. So I think you're gonna discover something about yourself through this whole situation with returning back to the thing that was completed. You have a 9, a 10. It's almost like you're right on the cusp of sort of moving on from this, but then you stay stuck. You kept saying, like, you keep going back to this, thinking that, even though, like, this is a card of independence. This is a card of saying, I am all I need. I don't need anybody else. I don't need their crap. And then it's like you just purposefully decide to go back into it, and then you get this lie, cheat, steal card. So I think something's gonna happen. They might even say they're resting or something like that, and they're really doing something else behind your back, but it's definitely in regards to this love. It's in regards to this marriage. There's I feel like they're doing something behind your back. So just know that if you decide to choose to go back into this, I would say understand that this person is the same person that they were before. They were the exact same person that gave you this Ten of Swords. When you really wanted Ace of Cups, you really wanted the Lovers, you really wanted something different, you really wanted to fix this, but I don't think that they're as invested as you. I don't think that they see truth the way that it really is. When you get this truth up here in week 2, just embrace that truth. Just understand that it's not going to change. Like, no matter how many times you go back to the same thing, it's still going to be the same thing. And I've been in cycles in a relationship where you just stay and stay and stay, right? And what you don't understand is the same junk keeps coming up over and over and over. So if somebody lied, cheated, or stealed from you in the past, they're going to do it again. It's just the way that it is. So I do want to get some advice for Aquarius, because this is a little bit of a not a happy reading, but I want to get advice for Aquarius. Like, what should you do? Like, let's see what the cards say. You have this 9 of Pentacles twice. I have to show you this. So there's 78 cards in the one deck. There's 78 cards in the other deck. And I ask, what should you do? What's advice for Aquarius? And it's to step into your own power. Step into your own truth. Understand that you are all you need. That is the biggest thing. Embrace your stability by yourself. Remember I talked about that falcon? There's the falcon on her arm. Boom. So I feel like there was and 3 of Swords down on the bottom. What you don't see is if you don't do this, if you don't embrace your own independence, you're going to have heartache. And so your advice is to embrace who you really are. And I would say don't go towards this 3 of Swords. Don't You have memories with this person, right? You have, your intuition is telling you to go in a different direction towards happiness. So, even though this part might not be wonderful, down here has a very clear message. Embrace your own independence. If you don't, you're going to have more heartache with this person that you have memories with. Your intuition's off the chain, telling you to look in a new direction, telling you to go towards the Ten of Pentacles, or I'm sorry, the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is wish fulfillment with your family. It's the epitome of love. You're not going to get that from this person. It's just not going to happen. Your true happiness is going to come in when you say, I want to go in a whole different direction. So, Aquarius, everybody gets a spirit animal card. Sometimes they really resonate and sometimes they don't. Fox spirit, think on your feet. This person that you might be in a relationship with is tricky, right? This Seven of Swords, he stole these 5 swords. He's looking over his shoulder saying, what, did anybody see me steal those? Yeah, we did. So think on your feet. I think that this person might be a little tricky, and just be ahead of it. Be ahead of it, and just know that honestly, your path is to not do this anymore. If you continue to do it, you'll have more heartache. And as much as I don't like your message necessarily, my job is to read tarot cards, and that's what they say. So, Aquarius, if you like the content I create, please like, subscribe, and share. The like button looks like this. It's just below the video. If you subscribe, you'll be notified at any time I upload a new reading. And until next week, I just want to leave you with lots of peace, love, and light. Thank you.